The internet doesn't sleep. According to online sleuths and fan timelines, the alleged footage was recorded during what insiders described as a private rap celebration, following late-night filming for a historical drama project. While no official production name has been confirmed, speculation links the setting to one of Yu Menglong's recent costume drama collaborations. The atmosphere that night? Elegant. Exclusive. Controlled. Soft chandelier lighting. Velvet drapes. Champagne on ice. Production assistants moving quietly in the background. Laughter echoing from different corners of the lounge. At least, at first. Because somewhere between celebratory toasts and cast photos, something shifted. At exactly 2:17 a.m., a blurry 47-second video clip surfaced on a private fan forum before spreading like wildfire across social media platforms. Within hours, hashtags began trending. Group chats exploded. Fan accounts went into overdrive. And at the center of it all was one name. Yu Menglong. For months, speculation, rumors, and unanswered questions have surrounded the mysterious circumstances tied to the beloved star. But this time, it wasn't a cryptic post. It wasn't an anonymous comment. It wasn't a distant sighting. It was footage. Unseen. Unreleased. Unfiltered. And it changed everything. For anyone unfamiliar with the wave of emotion currently sweeping through the fandom, Yu Menglong is more than just an actor. He is a household name, a rising icon in the Asian entertainment industry, and a face associated with poetic historical dramas and emotional storytelling. He captured hearts with roles in productions like The Legend of White Snake, The Eternal Love, A Go-Go Squid. His soft-spoken demeanor, intense on-screen presence, and gentle public image built him a loyal global fanbase. But fame, as history has proven, often carries shadows. And those shadows are now being examined frame by frame. The leaked footage, reportedly recorded backstage during a private cast gathering, shows Yu Menglong in what appears to be a tense discussion with two unnamed co-actors. The setting? A dimly lit lounge area, champagne glasses half full, scripts scattered on a marble table. At first glance, nothing seems extraordinary. But then the audio spikes. His voice, usually calm and composed, sounds strained. There's a moment where he looks directly toward the camera's direction, unaware he's being recorded. And then the clip cuts no resolution. No context. Just silence. Within minutes of the leak, conspiracy threads began forming. Some fans insisted the footage revealed emotional distress. Others claimed it showed conflict among cast members. A smaller group argued the video had been edited. But the timing of its release is what unsettled everyone most. Why now? While the video does not clearly identify the co-actors present, internet investigators were quick to speculate. Screenshots were enhanced. Voices were compared. Wardrobe pieces were analyzed against promotional shoots. Several names began trending alongside Yu Menglong's. A prominent co-star from a recent historical drama. A longtime collaborator rumored to have creative disagreements behind the scenes. An actress whose on-screen chemistry with him sparked dating rumors. None have publicly confirmed or denied involvement. And that silence? It has only fueled the fire. Within 24 hours, self-proclaimed analysts and even professional commentators began breaking down the clip. They pointed out. His shoulders appear tense. He avoids sustained eye contact during parts of the conversation. He rubs his hands repeatedly, often interpreted as anxiety or discomfort. But critics argue that reading 47 seconds of out-of-context footage is irresponsible. And they may have a point. After all, backstage environments are often chaotic. Heated discussions can revolve around creative differences, script changes, or production pressure, not scandal. Yet something about this clip feels heavier. Fans say they can see it in his eyes. What makes this footage particularly explosive is its alleged timestamp. According to metadata circulated online, though unverified, the video was recorded just days before a major announcement involving Yu Menglong. The announcement itself had already raised eyebrows due to its vague wording and sudden scheduling changes. Now, people are connecting dots. Were tensions building? Was there internal conflict? Was the industry pressure reaching a breaking point? Or is this simply another case of the internet crafting a narrative faster than facts can catch up? The entertainment world is glamorous on the surface, but relentless underneath. Actors often work 16-hour days. Sleep becomes optional. Privacy becomes non-existent. Many insiders have spoken about the silent battles stars endure: contract disputes, image management control, media scrutiny. Yu Menglong has always maintained a composed public presence. Rare interviews show him thoughtful, introspective, even reserved. But reserved does not mean untouched. If the clip reveals anything, it's that even the calmest faces may carry unseen weight. The fandom is currently split into three major camps. The protectors, insisting the footage is edited or maliciously released to damage his reputation. The investigators, analyzing every frame for clues and demanding transparency. The skeptics, warning against jumping to conclusions without official statements. Trending hashtags continue to circulate hourly. Fan art tributes have resurfaced. Old interviews are being reshared. Moments of vulnerability from past live streams are being revisited. It's as if the entire internet is trying to understand something that may not even have a clear explanation. Perhaps the most unsettling element is the silence. No official statement. No clarification. No legal notice. No denial. In today's digital age, silence speaks loudly. Public relations teams usually move quickly to address misinformation. Yet days have passed with nothing more than subtle moderation on official pages. Is it strategy? Is it shock? Or is something bigger unfolding behind closed doors? This isn't the first time unseen backstage clips have shaken an industry. Over the years, leaked rehearsal arguments, contract disputes, and private emotional moments have altered public perception overnight. But context matters. A clip without context becomes a canvas for speculation. And speculation spreads faster than truth. At this stage, there are only possibilities, not confirmed realities. The discussion could have been purely professional. The emotional tone could reflect stress unrelated to scandal. The release itself could be part of a larger strategic move. Or the footage could be manipulated. The digital era makes both exposure and distortion dangerously easy. Regardless of facts, one thing is undeniable. Fans feel shaken. Yu Menglong built his brand around sincerity and quiet strength. Seeing even a glimpse of tension feels deeply personal to those who have followed his journey. Some have posted emotional messages. Others are urging restraint and respect. Many are simply confused. The parasocial bond between celebrity and supporter is powerful. When mystery replaces clarity, emotions intensify. There's something psychologically gripping about the phrase, final moments. It implies closure. It suggests revelation. It hints at secrets finally exposed. But the truth is, life rarely unfolds in cinematic clarity. What if this isn't a dramatic climax? What if it's just an ordinary backstage moment magnified by millions of eyes? In viral culture, narrative often outruns reality. It implies closure. It suggests revelation. It hints at secrets finally exposed. But the truth is, life rarely unfolds in cinematic clarity. What if this isn't a dramatic climax? What if it's just an ordinary backstage moment magnified by millions of eyes? In viral culture, narrative often outruns reality. Why Yu Menglong shifts in his seat. Not dramatically. Not aggressively. But deliberately. His posture straightens. His gaze lifts. His expression hardens for just a split second before softening again. It's the kind of micro-expression that would normally go unnoticed. But not now. Not when millions are watching. Digital enhancement accounts slowed the clip down frame by frame. They zoomed into reflections in the glass table. They adjusted brightness levels to capture faint background movement. And that's when a new theory exploded. In the reflection of a silver ice bucket positioned on the table, viewers claimed to see a fourth figure standing behind the camera. A shadowy outline. Still. Watching. If true, this changes the dynamic entirely. Because it suggests the recording may not have been accidental. Someone else knew what was unfolding. The conversation may have been observed by more than just those seated. However, reflections distort shapes. Lighting plays tricks. The human brain fills in blanks when searching for patterns. But the internet thrives on possibility. Audio engineers across fan communities attempted to isolate background whispers beneath the main dialogue. After multiple attempts, one enhanced version appears to capture a faint phrase from one of the alleged co-actors. "You promised." 2 words. Unconfirmed. Unverified. Potentially misheard. But powerful enough to send the fandom into overdrive. Promised what? A role? A contract renewal? A personal commitment? A creative direction? Something far more personal? Speculation multiplied instantly. Some fans are revisiting recent entertainment news tied to projects similar to The Eternal Love and other large-scale costume dramas. In high-budget productions, contract negotiations can become tense, especially when screen time adjustments occur. Story arcs shift mid-production. Budget constraints affect casting. Spin-off discussions begin. Was the conversation about contractual obligations? If someone felt a promise had been broken, that could explain the tension without implying scandal. But again, there is no confirmation. Others believe the moment had nothing to do with business. Instead, they argue it reveals exhaustion. Yu Menglong has often been praised for emotionally demanding roles. In dramas like The Legend of White Snake, his characters navigate heartbreak, sacrifice, and moral conflict. Long-term immersion in emotionally heavy characters can blur boundaries between performance and reality. Could the tension simply reflect burnout? Late-night filming. Public scrutiny. Endless promotional cycles. Even the strongest personalities have limits. In the days following the leak, internet detectives noticed subtle social media changes from several actors previously associated with Yu Menglong. Comments disabled. Old photos archived. Profile bias subtly altered. Cryptic quotes posted. One post allegedly read, "Truth always finds its way." Another, "Silence doesn't mean guilt." But none of these were directly connected to the footage. And yet, timing fuels narrative. Let's pause. What if everything being analyzed is simply a misunderstanding? Backstage environments are messy. Conversations overlap. Voices rise naturally in noisy rooms. "Let's not do this here" could easily mean, "Let's take this discussion somewhere quieter." "This isn't the right time." "We'll handle this privately." In high-pressure industries, even minor disagreements can look dramatic when isolated. The danger lies in assigning meaning to fragments. There are 3 reasons this continues trending. Incomplete footage. Humans crave closure. Public persona contrast. Calm image vs visible tension. Silence from officials. Lack of clarity fuels imagination. If an official statement had been released immediately, the story might have faded. But the vacuum created space. And the internet rushed in to fill it. Parasocial relationships are powerful. Fans feel connected to Yu Menglong not just through performances, but through interviews, live streams, behind-the-scenes clips. When they see him distressed, even briefly, it triggers protectiveness. Some fans are organizing campaigns demanding privacy. Others are demanding transparency. Some are urging everyone to stop sharing the clip entirely. The fandom itself is fracturing under the pressure. Interestingly, several entertainment commentators have begun speaking cautiously about ethical media consumption. Without naming Yu Menglong directly, they've referenced the dangers of amplifying unverified leaks, harassing co-stars based on speculation, turning private disputes into public trials. It suggests the industry is watching closely and perhaps preparing to respond. Late last night, a new rumor began circulating. A longer version of the footage may exist. Allegedly, the person who originally recorded the clip is negotiating its release. No proof. No source verification. Just whispers. But if true, everything could shift again. Because context changes stories. And full context changes narratives. Here's a twist few are considering. What if the missing 12 minutes reveal a completely normal resolution? A handshake. A laugh. A simple misunderstanding cleared up. Would the internet accept that? Or has the narrative already grown too dramatic to shrink back to ordinary? Viral culture doesn't reward normal. It rewards shock. As of this moment, no official confirmation exists regarding conflict. No co-actor has publicly accused anyone. No verified extended footage has been released. No formal statement has been issued. Everything circulating remains speculative. And speculation, once viral, can overshadow truth. This story may not ultimately be about conflict. It may be about projection. About how quickly we turn incomplete information into emotional certainty. About how we dissect strangers' lives for answers we feel entitled to. About how 47 seconds can become a global headline. For days, silence dominated the headlines. No confirmation. No denial. No clarity. Then at exactly 9 p.m. Beijing time, a post appeared on the verified account of Yu Menglong. And within minutes, everything changed. The statement was brief. Measured. Carefully worded. Recent circulating footage has caused concern. The clip shared online is incomplete and taken out of context. The discussion shown was related to creative adjustments during production. I ask for privacy and respect for all parties involved. Thank you for your continued support. No accusations. No drama. No naming of co-actors. Just calm clarification. But the internet doesn't always calm down just because a statement appears. Within 30 minutes. The post reached millions of views. Hashtags split into two new camps. Reaction channels pivoted their narratives. Comment sections exploded again. Some fans felt relief. Others felt the statement was too vague. And a smaller group insisted it was damage control. But here's what made this different. He addressed it directly. Hours after the statement, an entertainment reporter released additional context from unnamed production staff. According to the report, the conversation in the clip revolved around last-minute script revisions, emotional scene restructuring, concerns about character motivations, scheduling pressure due to broadcast deadlines. In high-budget dramas, like projects similar in scale to The Legend of White Snake, such tensions are common. Creative teams often debate how scenes should unfold. And sometimes those debates get intense. But intense doesn't equal scandal. In that context, the now famous phrase suddenly feels less explosive. Imagine a rap party, crew members celebrating, music playing, cameras snapping photos, and then a serious creative disagreement begins. Let's not do this here could simply mean, let's move this discussion somewhere professional. Let's not disrupt the celebration. Let's keep production matters private. Suddenly, the dramatic narrative loses oxygen. Within 24 hours of Yu Menglong's statement, two unnamed co-stars, believed by fans to have been in the clip, posted supportive messages. Though they didn't reference the footage directly, their posts emphasized a respect for teamwork, the pressures of production, a gratitude for collaboration. One even shared a behind-the-scenes group photo captioned, "Proud of what we created together." That image alone began shifting public perception. Because conflict rarely coexists with celebratory camaraderie. For the first time since the clip surfaced, engagement metrics began declining. Not dramatically, but noticeably. Reaction videos softened in tone. Comment sections grew less aggressive. Speculation threads slowed. The mystery was losing its mystery. And in viral culture, clarity often ends momentum. What unfolded over these 4 parts wasn't just about a 47-second video. It revealed something deeper. How quickly narrative forms. How easily context disappears. How strongly audiences project emotion onto fragments. Yu Menglong built his career on portraying emotionally complex characters. Ironically, it was a real-life emotional moment, stripped of context, that nearly overshadowed his work. But in the end, simplicity prevailed. No scandal. No hidden betrayal. No dramatic exposure. Just creative tension amplified by the internet. Fans who initially panicked are now reflecting. Some admit they reacted too quickly. Others say the concern came from genuine care. Many are now advocating for responsible sharing. Because this situation highlighted something important. Celebrities are professionals, but also human. They debate. They disagree. They get frustrated. They resolve issues. Just like everyone else. In a recent live broadcast, Yu Menglong addressed the situation once more, this time informally. He smiled. He thanked fans for worrying about him. And then he said something simple. "We argue because we care about doing good work." That line spread just as fast as the original clip. But this time, it carried reassurance instead of suspicion. This four-part saga shows how modern storytelling works. A fragment surfaces. Speculation fills the gaps. Emotions escalate. Context eventually restores balance. The real drama wasn't in the footage. It was in the reaction. The unseen footage didn't reveal a scandal. It revealed how powerful incomplete information can be. It reminded us that a silence creates narratives. A context changes everything. And viral storms often pass faster than they form. As for Yu Menglong, he returns to what he does best, telling stories on screen rather than becoming one of it. And perhaps that's the most fitting ending of all.